All right, so for those of you who are with me, I'm just gonna introduce us on YouTube and then we can start, all right? Hi, so for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, if you randomly fall into this immersion, this is a talk and talk meeting. And in this meeting, we're just gonna talk in English to practice our skills. So if you have curiosity, if you are interested to learn English just by speaking with other people, go to talkandtalk.com.br. Today we're going to talk about education and lifelong learning. So let's start. Hi, Thiago. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Everybody
Everything's
okay?
okay?
Yes, everything okay. Thanks.
Nice. Is this your first time on Talk and Talk?
No, I have already sometimes, but with you the first time.
All right. So I just introduced myself, but it's nice to meet you. I am Sarah. I am 27 and I live in Viçosa, Minas Gerais. All right. We already have another breakout room happening. So this is the main room. I already put us live on YouTube and I'm gonna send you the questions on the chat. Okay?
Okay.
If I'm speaking fast, let me know because sometimes I do that without noticing. Let's start by introducing ourselves, guys. Sydney, can you start, please?
Okay, my name is Sydney. I'm 38 years old. I'm married. I have a son. He is 5 years old. I'm an accountant and administrator. In my free time, I think I like to play retro video games. I like to read books, to work out. What else? Yeah, that's it. It's a little about me.
Nice. Thank you, Sydney. Choose someone, please, to introduce themselves.
Okay, Thiago, can you introduce you for yourself, for
Yeah.
ourselves?
So I'm Thiago. I'm living in the Praia City near Santos in coast of São Paulo state. And I am 35 years old, married, and in my free time I like to watch TV, series, films, and sometimes reading. And this way.
Nice, Thiago. It's nice to meet you. Pri, what about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Priscila. I live in Petrópolis, Rio de Janeiro State. Nowadays I work on a voluntary project. I am test analyst. In my free time, I like listen to music, stay with my family during weekends, go to the beach, practice yoga. So that's it about me.
Nice. Thank you, Priscilla. All right, guys, let's start with question number 1. Sydney, what is the most valuable lesson you've learned outside of a traditional classroom setting?
Well, I think the most valuable lesson I've learned outside the traditional classroom setting is how I can be proactive, yeah, in a workplace. Treating about my job, I think that it and how uh, I can be useful for the company and the well see try to see the whole process instead to see only a piece of it and about my personal life I think I can contribute doing things by myself to make my family happy do things. My wife, my brothers, my parents, my son, things that can make them happy and can contribute in my relationship with them.
Nice, nice. Can you please choose someone to answer after you?
Yes, Priscilla, can you share your opinion about that?
Yeah. Well, about this question, I consider the value lesson in a traditional in classroom. It's not possible, for example, to manage the time and stay with your families, for example. And maybe sometimes you lost a time, for example, stay waiting a bus, for example, or other things. And in a traditional in the online, for example, classroom, it's good because I can learn it only sometimes. And if I have a question about something, I can search it and learn a different, learning more. I think that in my case, in my opinion, happiness with me like that because I need search a lot, and sometimes I learn other things related to specific topics, and I think it's so good because in traditional classroom, in my case, I'm very accommodated. And if I have a teacher, it's okay. I ask something and okay, no problem. I can resolve my dúvidas and go ahead. But I think it's more the traditional classroom. It's good, of course, have the good positive positive things, but opposite that, I can to involve the time. When I involve the time, it's so good the online classroom because it's possible manage more and better the time and enjoy other things together. Yeah,
Nice,
I
nice
think
points.
this.
Tiago, what about you?
For me, I think the most lesson I have learned outside the classroom, I think it's related to my work. It's how to manage and keep calm in critical situations, in emergency situations, because I work in a industry. So sometimes when you have a blackout or other emergency scenarios, we need to keep calm and always be prepared to bring the production to a safe situation. So I think the most important is to keep my calm and thinking what I need to do to handle in this situation.
Nice point. I think you all said something related to emotions, like Priscilla said
Yeah.
about managing time, Sydney talked about spending time with his family, and you talk about managing stressful situations. I don't think we learn how to manage our emotions in classroom, and we think we have to learn that in real life. So I think it's challenging.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the second question, guys. Have you ever taken an online course or attended a virtual workshop to learn a new skill? Share your experience. Sydney.
Uh, yes, currently I have taken online course to learn English, and for me it's a better option because I can do it from my home and in a comfort situation, and also to schedule it in my to and also do it in my schedule. Uh, Doing it, I can save money, I can save time, and yeah, some years ago I studied business administration, and but because the coronavirus pandemic, I gave up that course because I didn't have time to finish it. I waste some money in it, but it's okay because it can happen. It's the real life, and well, I yeah, that's it. That's the true experience I have to share with you.
Nice. Thiago, what about you?
Uh, yeah. In some years ago, I don't like online courses. I had a little prejudice against this way. But when the 2021, with the COVID pandemic, I needed to change my English course to online, and I like so much. I like so much. And after I made I studied with my postgraduate in online course too. And nowadays I think it's yes for me. But in deeply in my heart, I like so much the traditional classes. But nowadays it's okay for me.
Why do you like so much the traditional class? What is better for you?
I don't know. I think the contact of the teachers, the paper, the pencils. I don't know. The whole landscaping bring to the study, and you reserve a time to study this thing. In online course sometimes it's complicated because if you need to do something is not so important, but it's important you uh, put the beside the put side on out the course and you do other things. I think
Yes.
it's complicated, but instead of you have a traditional class, you need to go to the school. You need to organize your things and study.
Good
But
point.
yes, I like it in this way. And I think in some cases, I really have a doubt with, for example, how you study medicine with the online course. Engineer, you know, I don't know.
Oh,
I think
engineer I
it's
think is easier
complicated.
because you have to only do math, but medicine is hard.
Like a physiotherapist, I think physiotherapist is complicated. I think so.
Yes. Some things we have to stay the way they are. We cannot go to
Yeah,
online classes.
and traditional works, yes.
Yes, exactly. Priscilla, what do you think? Question number 2.
Mm, well, yeah, I to do a lot of online course, um, because for example, in my city don't have a specific course, because that I need select. I don't have a more choice. Yeah, a lot of choice in my city, and because that I only start in online course, and oh, I don't know. In this year, I finished in the last month two course about my career, like tools about the automation, the process, and the program language too. and it's good. I like so much. I don't know this in English. Na verdade, a long time ago, I only study online. Yeah. Yeah, because my last post degree it's online too, and
How
the
long
course.
ago?
Oh, I finished my post degree in 2021. My post degree,
Oh, so
but
before
my
the pandemic, you were already
yes,
studying in online courses.
yes, my I have a degree in two, and this course is a hybrid. Yeah, I
Nice.
only go to the university one day for a week, only this, and for to do the tests. So
Uh-huh.
I need to go to university, but all the time, a maior parte do tempo online. And
Nice.
when I have this problem about the pandemic, about the learning, I don't have a problem, yeah, because eu já estava acostumada. And
Oh, so you prefer online courses or you prefer the presential courses?
depends of the course, yeah. Like to involve, for example, mathematics or more practical exercise. I prefer, if I have a choice, I prefer presential, yeah. But sometimes it's not possible, and I need
Nice.
learning and spend more time sometimes for to understand better and have more confiance about the contest, about the tools. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Pri. Let's go to question number 3, guys. Sydney, tell us subjects or topics that you are passionate about.
Well, I'm passionate about technology, although I don't work with it, but I have a dream to do some course, some specific course, like uh, to like a Microsoft course to and working in that field. I know that in the future everything will be controlled by AI and the robots, machines, and the several employments will be replaced for such technologies. And I'm afraid about my job. I know that I have some time to see some to see the machine doing my work, my whole work, but I need to think about it now because, and I know in the future will be new, different jobs to the people work. For example, I read in the article that there is a lot of vacancies to the people who can control, can manage uh, some I forgot the name, little helicopters, little aircraft,
Drone?
uh, drones. Yes, drones. Yeah, some farmers, they are contracting, they hiring some people to control some drones, to put some agrotoxics to in using that drones, and the salary now it's not regulated, it's now free, but the people can make two thousand reais until 10,000 reais. It depends the qualification of they have their background and their, yes, how they can their experience in doing it.
That's an excellent point. I felt the same way when I was working in another field, environmental engineering. And I asked myself, do I really want to work with this? Because I feel like machines are going to control everything like 10 years and I have to upgrade myself, be able to deal with them. So it's a point that we have to worry about.
Yes.
Tiago, what about you? Subjects you are passionate about?
Uh, I don't know. I like so much maths, but I think people need to learn the logic for programmation, for computer programmation. I think it's important to thinking in the logical way sometimes of this. And so I think in this area, in logical and maths maybe, but in a way to learning people be more organized, or more, how can I say, pursue the new challenges in this way. It's more proactivity, maybe. I think this way. Actually, for me, sometimes I look the new generation, the teenagers, and this way, I think sometimes that they lost the capacity to handle with problems, and the simple problems and the problems of life, and job challenges, sometimes challenges, and they wait to a solution and take the your cup and sit and wait the solution. Don't pursue the solution for the problems. Don't search. Don't. I don't know. I think it maths. I don't know, but I logic sometimes. I think some subjects to uh, learn the young people to work, really work, and pursue the things. I think this way.
Nice. Maybe if they learn how to solve math problems, they can learn how to solve real life
Yes,
problems, right?
I think in this way, and search now, search the one solution, and listen and ask. I don't know. I think this way it's important.
Nice point. Pri, what about you?
So I love subjects about technology, and I would like learning more and more about the automation. I think it's so good because if I have a repetition tasks, for example, I can automation these and enjoy no, aproveitar my time for to analyze, for example, and for resolve better the problem or found a good ways, for example, or implementation different things because I have more time for to only analyze. I don't lost my spend more time to do the repetition tasks. Yeah, and I think it's so good. And yeah, I think this it's so I like so much technology. And the other things I like to learning different languages because the communication it's fantastic. I think not about only communication, but other skills. Uh, for example, I don't know this English timidez and develop better, develop more the other skills, not about communication, but in the other things too. I think when I learning other language, I learning. my open my mind, and I can see different things and learn all the time. And my curious, I'm considered a curious person, and all the time I'm search about something about the type of the language or the behavior about the estrangeiros. Yeah, it's so good.
Yes, learning a culture is it's a very rich process because you learn a lot, right? I like that
Yeah.
too. Let's go to question number 4, guys. How do you stay motivated to continue learning and growing throughout your life? I cannot stay motivated. I want tips because after I drop out of college, I stop studying, I studied just a little, just enough to do my work. So, how do you guys handle that, Sydney?
Well, I think what motivates me continue to continue learning and growing throughout my life is to first of all I think is to make money, to be employed, to have well I think to have a job, to work, and to have and provide a comfortable life to my family. I think secondly to keep my mind learning useful information that I can use it in my area, my job, and in my personal life. And an example of it, I like to read every day news about the world. I like to make a correlation about information that I think I can make my mind more sharp. I can and because in those days there are so many useless information that can affect us in a negative uh, thing, in a negative side. And I think these information are very powerful because the companies, the internet, the social media, they use many ways to attract us, many ways to catch our attention. And if we don't pay attention in that things, we can waste a lot of time doing things that in the final of the things it's not implement anything in our life in our lives. So I think we can pay attention in that and do things that can help us in our improvement, in our mind improvement, and the physical improvement as well.
Nice. Good point, Sydney. Thank you. Thiago, what do you think?
I think similar Sydney. I think I'm a curious people, or not really. So when I read some news, when I need read some information, or I don't know, I think what is this? Because this, I some questions inside my head to impulse me to searching about the in this topic. And about my job, I think similar Sydney, what I need to learning, what I need to do to improve myself, to for me improve the best way to my family, for my job, for my coworkers. So I think it's in this way. I think I now I need to study this thing, and I go to read and sometimes see a videos. I don't know, and I think this how can I get the how can I improve myself, my mental, my physical way. Yeah, I think it is.
Nice, guys. Pri, what do you have to add to this?
So I agree with us. I think sometimes I think my future I need if I need if I want sorry if I want a quality of the life I need pay attention in the world, yeah, because all the time change a lot and I need to improve all the time my skills and learning all the time a lot different things. And I only think, I need that because in the future I have a possibility, a good life, and my family too. And it's probably have a different opportunity too, because if you uh, don't wait only wait happen something, it's it's impossible to learning to development. And because that I think I put in my mind this, and I need to learn, I need pay attention all the time, and try observe the specific things in my life if I good for me and for my family too. And okay, I need that because in the future this it's good for me. Yeah, and nowadays it's so hard. Yeah, keep the motivation because at the time it's important I don't know, se reinventar all the time because because I have a in my case, for example, na technology, my area all the time have a different tools, and I need to prioritize something. I need to learn that and that, and the other things. Don't worry because it's crazy.
It's too much information. Sometimes I feel like I don't know which information I should start learning more, you know? It's a lot of
Yeah.
things that I want to learn, and I don't know where to start.
Yeah, yeah. It's important to put a balance, and it's this and this. Okay, I can combination. For example, in my case, these tools and this language, and okay, I'm learning only this, and go ahead and improve, and all the time search about the new versions about these tools or the language, and go ahead because if I don't I não posso ficar all the time put my mind, oh my gosh, I need to learn a new language, for example. I need to learn this. No, it's for me. It's not. It's not work. I can do it.
Yes, and especially in the tech field, technology field, we have a lot of new informations all the time. So
Yeah,
I sometimes feel like I don't know, like a third of what we have in the world, and I should learn more. So sometimes I feel overwhelmed with a lot of these new languages, new tools. It's hard.
yeah, so hard.
Let's go to question number 4, guys. Sydney, how do you oh, sorry, 5. Have you ever had a memorable experience with a teacher or mentor who influenced your approach to learning?
Well, as far I can remember, well, once my former geography teacher told to the classroom his story in the last day of school, and he it's a sad story, but he was uh he was a hard he was a poor he was a very poor man, and he worked with recycled materials, I think so. And he in those days he didn't have a lot of money even to eat, and he work in his work. He has some shame of doing it. Some people left over him, and he decides to continue to study, and he finished his graduation in geography, and he did a civil service examination, concurso público, and he became, yeah, a public a teacher in a public school, and his story was very uh, was very interesting, and at the same time it's very sad, and it motivate us to continue our studies, because for him, uh, study was a thing that can make him free. It's a kind of, and changed his life very much. So that a story that I never forget, and motivates me to continue my journey of study different things.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. Thank you, Sydney, for sharing. Thiago, what about you?
I remember two situations I had in a primary school when at school I had a teacher of Portuguese teacher, and when I almost finished the school, she one class said we needed to search, we needed to read, we needed to search the solution for the questions, for the tests. So I remember that they take she talked with, we are lazy, we need to study, we need to, so we need, you want to the read the answers of the questions. No, you need to read, you need to search. And when I was is the first. The second, when I was in a professional school, when I was a teenager, almost the technique of the learning, we learned the things about connect to professional, so maths and electronics and this way. But all days, the teacher, how can I say, talk with us. We needed to uh,
I think Thiago connection is down. Did he froze for you guys also?
Yeah.
hello,
Oh, yeah, you're
you
back.
back?
So,
Oh,
yes.
okay. So when I professional school, the teachers, okay. The teacher said us to clean your tools, keep your tools in the right place, and you motivated to be an organized person. I think it's a good job.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Thiago. It's so amazing how little speeches, little situations with our teachers can can make us remember this and use this in our lives, right? I think it's, and we are like kids or teenagers, and how can we remember that? But it's just so important for us that we keep remembering it. Pri, how about you?
Mm, I have I remember two situations, but I talk about the recent moment when I decided changing my career. I it's so hard, and I need help. and I have an opportunity with oh my gosh, with a mentor, and uh, he helped me a lot because I'm very lost. I do I remember and I think, oh my gosh, I start put on. I don't know because I need learning a lot of things, and I maybe it's probably I crazy because I need learning a lot of things, and I don't have time for this, and I oh my gosh, I it's so I'm tired because it's not easy all the time. I only study, and in this case, he helped me like a organization, and they put focus in the specific tools, help me creating strategy for to studying, and a lot of things. It's so good because I don't know how start this, yeah, because it's crazy because the this area is totally different because I my last I am I have a degree in business administration, and nowadays I improve in new area about the testing software, quality assurance. It's totally different, and it's a very challenge for me. But I'm happy, and I need, of course, oh my gosh, enfrentar a lot of problems and resolve too. And I'm here. I'm happy. I learn a lot, not about the career, but about the other things too. It's a very good experience.
That's nice. That's nice. And yes, when you are changing careers, you don't know anything and you already are older than when you were 17, 18 and doing college. So you already feel like you have a lot to keep up, right? And having
Yeah,
a mentor can help a lot.
yeah,
Um,
it's very
I'm
important.
gonna I'm gonna share my story very fast. I remember I was like 7 years old and I was in a math class and I had this teacher. She made us all get up of our chairs and I don't know the word in English, imitar zombies, like put the hands here and say it out loud. O zero é neutro. O zero é neutro. Just so we can remember that the zero is a neutral number. So I remember every time that I see zero and I'm gonna do a math uh, count, I remember this scene. So it's very marcante in my head. All right, let's go to question number 6. Do you believe that formal education is the only path to acquiring knowledge and skills? Why or why not? Sydney.
And I don't believe, but which means formal education. I Because there are a lot of ways to acquire knowledge, in my opinion. And in those days, for example, some of my friends, they used to play video game, online games, Call of Duty, I think Counter Strike, and they're learning English from that games, and they enjoy in that games in the same time. So uh, in those days, it's very difficult to say that the formal education and also like to be a curious person is a good path to acquire information, acquire knowledge from different sources, from some sites, some newspapers, I don't know, listen to the old people, their stories, and but yeah, I think there are many ways to acquire into knowledge and improve our skills.
Nice. I love the example about gaming because yes, we have a lot of ways to learn things. So every way is valid. Thiago, what do you think?
For me, I think it is not the only way to learn and improve the skills, but I think it is the best way yet. I think because I had in some research if the best way to learning to memorize something is the way if you use a paper and a pencil and write by hand. So I think instead of despite it's a traditional traditional classes with like hills or planes, but I think it's the best way yet to learning reading and writing and this way. But this is not the only way.
Nice,
We have
nice.
like learn English. Learn English. You improve your English. Watch series TV when with subtitles in English or without subtitles. So I think it's we need to how can I say juntar. I forget
Put
the
together.
yes put together this way. I think the two methods to learn. I think
Nice.
one is complementary the other.
Yes. I agree with you. I think formal education gives us all like a base. Everybody has like this base knowledge, and then we can go to here and to here, watching series here, or playing Counter-Strike to learn English here. We can choose our path.
Yes, you mix the different methods to 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 learning something. It's about the
Yes.
English. About technologies. It's about other things.
Nice. Pri, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you have something to add?
I totally agree with us because I like learning language, like Thiago and Sidney said. It's possible to learn the other language watching movies or listen to music or play games or a lot of things. And the like you said, Sarah, is the normal formal education. It's a base, and you before after that you select. It's this a way it's good for me, and I follow this because. For example, for me, learning English, it's good listen to music or watching movies. Yeah, and it's a choice before the after the base the base of the formal education. I think this.
Nice, nice, guys. Let's go to our last question before I bring everybody back. Question number 7. Are there any books or educational resources that have a profound impact on your perspective or understanding? Sydney.
Well, I don't know. I it's a difficult question for me because I I have the there is a long time that I don't read a specific book. But uh,
But it can be like a resource. For example, you said the game. Counter-Strike is a resource that your friends use to learn English? Do you have like a resource of your own to learn English?
Oh yeah, I remember the game called The Legend of Zelda from Super Nintendo motivated me a lot to learn English. I was 13 years old, yes, 12 years old, and I had to use a lot of dictionary to translate that things and in order to finish that game. So yeah, for me that game was a profound impact in to motivate me to learn English.
That's nice. That's nice. Thank you, Sydney. Thiago, what about you?
For me, the research, the research that have profound impact for me is a YouTube. YouTube for me, it's amazing. Uh, Beginning the YouTube videos, I had some books and I searched in the older platforms on the internet about the different topics. I think YouTube is the nowadays is the if not the best, but it's a good way to learn something. It's all things are that is in YouTube. You are multi, oh Sarah.
Sorry, I said everything is in YouTube. I love it. Pri, what about you? Do you have some resource or book?
Yeah, in general, the internet in general, like YouTube or I don't know, the websites too. Books help me a lot, and I think they complement, yeah, books and the online recourse. Yeah, I think this.
Nice. All right, guys. I bring you guys back like just 3 minutes to end this meeting because I wanted to let you guys talk a little bit more since you are not new on Talk and Talk, so I don't have to explain everything. You guys know how to give your evaluation about this meeting. I sent the link on the chat. And that's it. I'm gonna end 2 minutes before. Oh, first, after we leave, guys from the other class, Nayara, Rebecca, and Tainá. Did you guys got to answer all of the 15 questions?
No, we stopped at the sixth
Six,
question.
six question. All right. That's it, guys. I wish you guys a nice week, and I'll see you guys some other time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.